Hello everyone, it's Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. Xi Jinping and China's maritime policy. The accession of Xi Jinping to leadership of the Chinese Communist Party or CCP has often been posited as a turning point for China's policy in the South and East China Sea maritime dispute. As early as 2013, Yu Qi of the University of New South Wales assessed the sea and been instrumental in changing China's passivity into an assertive strategy to defend China's claims. More recently, Sui Kong of the S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies in Singapore has argued that China has become more assertive in the South China Sea since she became General Secretary of the CCP in 2012. She himself seemed to encourage such a reading when he cited South China Sea Island construction in his 2017 Party Congress work report declaring China had reached a new era marked by the transition under his leadership, from growing prosperous to getting strong. As we will see, the idea that China has pursued its maritime claims more assertively undersea is accurate, yet it is also potentially misleading, for China has already on such a trajectory long before she took power. It was from 2006 that Beijing began using law enforcement ships to expand its control of large swathes of disputed waters, withdrew from the dispute resolution procedures in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea or UNCLOS, started production of dispute offshore gas field, and launched unilateral energy explorations and a campaign of coercion against rival claimants who sought to do the same. What has really changed in China's maritime policy since Xi Jinping took power? How has this compared with China's policy direction over the preceding years? And what is the likely role of the CCPs or chairman of everything in the observed changes? Declarative policy. China's stated maritime policy under Xi Jinping has contained three notable elements. The first is the goal of building China into a maritime great power, which appeared for the first time in the CCP's most authoritative political document, the Political Work Report at the 18th Party Congress in 2012, and was reaffirmed at the 19th in 2017. This goal was in fact put forward by Jiang Zemin at the two meetings back in 2000. Jiang stated that construction a maritime great power is an important historic test for which we must earnestly conduct research. Since that time, it has progressively been upgraded in the party state documents, notably in the programmatic 2008 State Council document titled Planning Outline for the Development of National Maritime Activities. Evidently, building China into a maritime power has not been an initiative of Xi Jinping, but a methodically implemented party-state program dating back at least 7 years before Xi was even transferred to Beijing. The second element of Xi Jinping's declared maritime policy addresses the tension between advancing China's claims and avoiding military escalation. In the CCP's dialectical policy speak, this is known as the unity of right defense and stability maintenance. Xi's remarked in a July 31st in 2013 Politburo study vision on maritime disputes, vowing never to compromise and calling for coordinated planning of the two overall situation of right defense and stability maintenance, have often been taken as an expression of Xi's more assertive maritime policy preference. But PRC policy statements have featured the right defense stability maintenance formulation since 2008 at the latest. What's more, Xi's pressing explicitly referenced a signature Foreign Affairs Directive of his predecessors, Hu Jiantou, coordinated planning of the domestic and international overall situation. Hu issued this directive in 2006 with the goal of reining in the uncoordinated policy actors that were harming China's image. Once again, then, Xi's hardline policy rhetoric seems to reflect long-term consensus ideas rather than his distinct personal preference. The third feature of China's declarative policy in the Xi era has been the indignant or no acceptance, no participation, no recognition, no implementation response to the arbitration case brought on the Philippines under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea or UNCLOS. In the July 2013 Politburo meeting, Xi declared that while China was peace-loving, it absolutely will not give up its legitimate right, much less sacrifice its national core interests. This presaged an uncompromising response to the Philippines' request for arbitration, which had been made 6 months earlier in January 2013. But while the chairman probably paid close attention to the case, it is hard to imagine Beijing's response being significantly different under another leader. As noted above, the PRC had withdrawn from the UNCLOS compulsory dispute resolution procedures in 2006, showing its intention to avoid international legal process in regard to its maritime claims. Even more tellingly, in 2009, the PRC attached its infamous 9-line map to an official diplomatic document for the first time, suggesting as had its 1998 Exclusive Economic Zone or EEZ law, which made reference to unspecified historic rights, in addition to those ascribed by the UNCLOS, that the PRC didn't consider its maritime claims to be bound by international law. As much, the PRC's policy of non-acceptance and non-participation in the arbitration is also unlikely to have reflected the distinct influence of Xi Jinping as leader. Instead, it is probably better seen as a participant default response to what appeared from within party circles to be serious attempt to delegitimize China's claims. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe this channel. See you in the next video and bye bye.